Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 is Japan. In previous episode, we managed to win our war against Jing and Siam, and we got a decent bit of extra land here. We've been building those areas up now a little bit. But I also realized that we could probably do so much more trading. So let's have a look at the, maybe, well, we can do probably some more trading, but there might be some embargoes happening. So we'll need to keep an eye on for that. Ooh, Austrians want a lot of tobacco. Sure. We've been getting quite a bit of it. We need a bit more iron. I mean, I suppose if we need more iron, can we still expand the stuff here? No, the iron mines over there are full. But the iron mines in our capital are actually something we can allow expansion a bit more. And of course, we could build a lot more over here. We'll give that a few levels. And over here, we can give that another 10 levels or so. That's an easy way to get a lot more iron for us. Admittedly, we'll probably need to increase the railway levels a lot further in here. In both of these, quite frankly. So let's put those in. Echoes of the Revolution. Current of radical liberal thought is spreading internationally and has recently reached Japan. No, it sounds like a menace. Now, I'm hoping that we can increase the loyalist numbers a bit further. Also, the standard of living... Oh, we are number 4 now. Okay, so we're slowly retaking our first position there. Admittedly, our GDP is bloody massive. And then our prestige is also doing pretty good overall. So I'm not too worried about that. Now, I have a bit of a feeling that these improving of relations isn't probably going to bear fruit all that much. Because we've been very aggressive in this playthrough, to be fair. I think after the telephone, we're going to get the war propaganda. Hopefully just in time for when we start fighting again against the Dutch East Indies and all that. Abanja is probably going to be our first target, actually. Because we want to get the oil from there. Now, whoever joins them remains to be seen. Communist Siak. Oh, that's a revolution in it. So they got their capital somewhere in here, do they? No, that's Ager. And there's Bali. Oh, there we go. Telephone. Right. War propaganda. And with the telephone, we want to start producing some of that. Let's just figure out... Actually, if we do it through here, it might be better to see where we have a lot of workforce available, quite frankly. So peasants, we got a little bit in there, but I think southern Manchuria will do. Built 5 levels from the get-go. And there's not much I can do to change the things there yet, but that's alright. How's the investment port? 135 million, wow. Okay, that might be a bit of overkill, let's be honest, but you know, it's probably good for the standard of living at least. So I'm not complaining too hard, I hope. There we go. How soon do the truces end? I know that we've got a lot of truces. March 18th, 1918. Alright. That's actually not too far off. And now that we've got on the troops even better, like if we were to check... Oh, right, we should probably hire a general in Manchuria. Let's see, combat mountain, or mountain combat expert, so defense in rough terrain, or elevated terrain is good. Supply consumption, logistics secure chance, minus 90% protein supply line chance. Tactful, so that increases your defense, morale damage is reduced, but that's actually not the worst thing to happen. Although, if we're fighting in our home territories, then surveyor would be even better. Now, I think we're going to go with the tactful. And then we'll just need to promote that general. So if we have a look at these troops, how good is the defense values, for example, over here? 200. Okay, that's pretty decent. Plus, we could... Well, we haven't gotten the motor industries up and running. No, actually we have. So there's a bit of a car production going. So, technically speaking, if we were to switch, for example, the barracks over here to start using the motor reconnaissance, that's going to be slightly better stats. A bit more offense and defense. A bit less tools. But more oil and automobiles. You know, that gives a bit of profit for the motor industries in there. Speaking of which, I should probably make sure that is allowed to auto-expand. It is, okay. I'm going to put that on the electric industries as well. So Western Australia is still having a bit of problems with... Oh, and actually Sakhalin's also having a bit of problems with the stuff there. We don't have a port there. Oh. Well, that might be the problem. Let's build a port. Make that a modern port as well. So that'll probably help at least a little bit. And there we go. 800 million GDP already. Depends how much the wars interfere with the expansion that we're doing. And then over here we've got a bit of extra pops. Get rubber and oil already going. And then over here, do we have more? No, we don't have any more oil rigs available, unfortunately. We're going to get a bit of a logging, I suppose. Oh, New South Wales has a... Oh, I suppose Uluru is something that we could conquer, or... is the United Tribes, is that something that I could declare war on? No. We're not colonizing there either, so that's... It should be recognized. Or, yeah, it's under-recognized, but not... It is centralized, at least. Oh, we got cordial relations. Oh, well, would you like to join my customs union, perhaps? No? Antagonistic, alright. Yeah, we got quite a bit of infamy. I suppose once the infamy drops a little bit, we might be able to call them in. Although, I'm not entirely sure if we can. Of course, there's a chance if we start inviting the others into the... Like, you are conciliatory. So if we were to improve relations with Banjar... And then maybe Siak as well. Where is Siak? There's Siak. So improve relations with you. Dutch East Indies probably wouldn't join my market, but that's alright. Health. Oh, there we go. So the mortality rate should drop even further. We're getting 1.2 million per year increase in population. That's not too bad. And our standard living is now 21.0, but we're number 5 worldwide right now. We're just below Prussia, actually. Admittedly, as the standard of living around here starts growing further and further, which is already 12.5, 18.5 in Outer Manchuria. Oh, wow. I mean, I suppose there is a lot of peasants in here still. So if we can just reduce those numbers further. How's the... Okay, wine price has gone down a lot. I'm just going to get another few wheat farms in there. Cotton plantation. Cotton price isn't too bad. We don't really need a lot of meat and fertilizer either. Maybe we'll get 1 or 10. One set of 10, let's just say, in there as well. But also we can probably get a bit more expansion for the furniture and tooling. Motor industries will give another few levels. I mean, I'm sure that we produce plenty of automobiles right now, although how much of that is... Why it's buying them? Bob's consume quite a bit trade routes. Who's buying them? Oh, Prussians are buying our cars, alright. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, we are about half a year until we can start declaring wars again. I suppose in the meanwhile, we could probably try doing a bit more trading. Like tobacco, is there someone that... Prussians want a lot of tobacco, alright. Grain, we still got way too much. There's not a lot of sort of big trades that could be done in there. I mean, we could maybe sell a few every now and then, but probably not enough furniture on the other hand. Mexico wants a lot of furniture. I'll start selling a little bit there. There's a few more traders. How much do we get from tariffs? 130,000. Alright, I mean, that's not too bad. We get 600,000 from minting, though. Oh, boy. And the investment pool transfer is another 500,000. Of course, our construction cost is more than 500,000, but, you know, it's still pretty respectable, I would say. Western Australia still has a bit of a problem with the market access. Oh, we can actually start producing cars over here. Maybe that make life a little bit easier. Also, the assembly line. Reduce the workforce needed. Okay, we've got a few pops available right now. We could maybe get another level for the port there. I guess that might allow us to get the infrastructure needed. Well, no, it wouldn't be enough. Wait. Okay, it's going even worse. And no, I don't think I'm going to take part in European wars. Not on my business. Who's this then? Indori. Alright, well, that's not really our problem either. And then that's the Oldenburg Revolution. How much cash reserves do we have? 22 million. We could have up to 160 million, admittedly. So we could... Oh, General died. Who was that? Oh, Mitsue finally keeled over. Alright, well, let's go ahead and recruit a new one in Japan. Suppose we'll go with that one. Actually, not going to give it a promotion either. How we got... Oh, we could actually have a bit more innovation. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a university or two around here. Seems like we could use a bit more educating for the pops, so that's probably not a bad idea. Plus the extra innovation means that we can catch up a little bit with the text. We're still probably fairly far away in terms of the total amount of text researched. But, you know, at least if we can get a little bit closer, that'll probably do. Right, so these... Oh, police brutality. The use was warranted, I'd say. Might mean a bit more radicals, but... There's less than 5 million right now versus 22 million loyalists, so I'm okay with those numbers, quite frankly. Plus, the standard of living is now 21.1, so that is on the rise. I mean, especially if and when we increase the standard of living average over here in southern Manchuria further and further, which is slowly growing, then I think that is going to fix a lot of the issues that we have. I don't suppose we've unlocked any new stuff for the Navy yet. No, not really. No, we haven't unlocked the submarines yet. Never mind. So no, we haven't unlocked anything new yet. One thing that I do consider, though, that maybe we should get soon, is radios. Oh, nitrogen fixation. Oh, that means even more fertilizer and a lot more grain. Okay, so I'm guessing the wheat price, or the grain price. Oh, there we go. Western New Guinea has been colonized. So that means that our speed colonizing over here in the Eastern New Guinea is going to start getting more speed as well. We do have room for another sugar plantation. Let's get that one underway. And then I suppose we could get some more food industry underway over here. Well, there's not a lot of pops available, to be fair. Oh, we could go for the pattern stills. A lot more liquor production, a bit less groceries, but liquor production would skyrocket. Also a decent bit of glass consumption, but we've got plenty of that available. Well, we're not lacking too much of it, let's just say. Oh, it's January, so soon we can start doing our wars against various nations here. Like, it doesn't really look like we can get any of these to be fully improved, so I'm not going to spend all my time trying to improve relations. Like, if we wanted to do a diplomatic playthrough, then we'd have to start that from the get-go. It's not impossible to do, but it's sometimes takes a lot of micromanaging or keeping them happy. Like, you need to basically keep everyone as loyal as possible. And that will take a lot of time and effort. Admittedly, not necessarily that much more time and effort than micromanaging the armies and all that, but... Or trying to keep make sure that your generals don't suddenly switch a front to somewhere else. But there we go, the war propaganda is done soon. After that, we should be able to start fighting the wars as well, because I'm pretty sure that the truces will be ending shortly. There we go, war propaganda done. Right, let's get the nitrogen fixation. That's going to be done very shortly, and then we could... Well, I suppose the pasteurization wouldn't be too bad either, although it requires a lot of electricity to work. Pneumatic tools, actually that would be quite nice. I might take that one. Right, everyone declares neutrality. Oh, right, it's another revolution there. So do we still have the truces, or have the... Oh, no, we don't. I think we'll start with Banjar. Especially Eastern Borneo. Should be ours. We've got some troops in there. I'm just going to send in the army from here, actually. Help over there. Although I do think... Oh, yeah, we do have an army here. Suppose you can hold the ground there for the time being. So this should be an easy victory. Oh, right, so they can invite one nation in. I don't think there's a nation that can win this for them, I don't think. I mean, something like Prussia could be a bit of a challenge, but we've gotten our troops better since then. Or since our previous war against Prussia. Speaking of which, they're fighting another war. They got 350 battalions total. We've got 220. So I think we'll be quite fine on that regard. And I don't think they will... Well, I'm going to put in the Conquer State. Banjar. Oh, right, they got a friend. Mindanao. Which, oh yeah, we do still own part of that. Okay, well, I don't think they'll be fighting this war. They're still fearful. So I'm not going to bother putting another war goal there. Right, so we've got that one. We could go for the radio. To get the radio production, and thus once we unlock some of the... Oh, actually, no, the submarine is probably a fine idea. Make our fleets a little bit better. You know what? I'm going to send you to defend on that front. I'll just punch through here. If there's a war. I don't think there's going to. I just want to get Eastern Borneo, and is that... that's Russian Eastern... Oh, right, so they moved their capital in there. Right, I remember now. And they're back down. Just as I suspected. There we go. That's one problem dealt with. Let's make sure to put in all the reduction for the workforce use in here. So I'll be back in a few moments once I'm done with all of this. And then we'll put in the oil rigs to auto-expand. But you know what? I'm just going to build all the 25 in there. Hopefully that's going to start improving. Oh, right. Actually, there's a few more things over here that I can do. There we go. Well, that should be a bit of an improvement there. So that's... Oh, military railways. Where's that? Ah. Down here. Oh wait, did I tell them not to do that? Oh, accidentally, yeah. Oh well. Oh, because Armed Forces is the biggest interest group right now. Interesting. Right, also, how bad is the... No, the infrastructure is okay in here, but we'll build a few more, or a few railways there regardless. And then the opium plantation is expanding as well, so that's good. The opium price is actually not too, at least not too bad there. I don't think it's not or particularly bad anywhere else either. Right, so that's one enemy taken care of. Mindanao we got a truce with right now, so we can't do a war against them. Bali is one of the nations that I could probably try retaking. Sunda Islands should be ours. Gives us a decent bit of infamy, to be fair. So we might have 1 or 2 wars of cut down to size. Hard times. Let's get the immersion relief over there. Should be done soon enough. So, is the standard of living... Oh, right, the standard of living is pretty bad because there's no market access. Well, there will be market access soon, but there wasn't any market access, or sufficient market access anyway, for a while there. I'm pretty sure that with the stuff we're going to increase the standard of living there soon enough. Oh yeah, they are expecting 7.3, they only got 6.3, but I suppose once we get the market access in there, then that's going to fix a lot of the issues already. Because they'll get all the things that they need. Siam is having... Oh no, that's me. Japan. Of course. Right, so we're going to get... Hopefully Bali will surrender. They can invite someone in, but they are fearful. Actually, the funny part about this is that if we just let them colonize around a little bit in here, and we colonize part of this as well, so we can do these wars first, take their land, or the mainlands from them. And then once we sort of do our return, or do our rematch later... Oh, Mindanao sides with them once again. Right, let's just go ahead and activate the army from here. Not to land... Well, I mean, maybe to land in there. Oh, they back down. There we go. Right, so a few moments, and I'm going to fix all the stuff here. There we go. Took a while. But that's now giving us a little bit more area here. Retaking a lot of the lands. Oh, the colonization is over here doing quite fine. So we've got a decent bit of construction going as well, as one might suspect. Now we've got 8 million radicals. Okay, we've been getting a lot of radicals from this conquest. I do admit that legitimacy, on the other hand, is doing pretty good as well. Not quite on the top bracket there, but not far off either. Right then, who's going to be our next target? I suppose Malaya would be a nice state to get into again. We're going to have... Actually, let's have a look. Who are you allied to? We've got truce with Italy. I think that's Italy. Yep. And then you've got some rivals, but you don't have any allies. So if we were to do a conquer state, it would get us into the pariah territory again, but I'm sure that we're going to manage that. Let's go ahead and activate that army, as well as activate this army. When it says 2 small armies, if there's someone bigger that they call in, then we may need to do so. Oh, right, there's some embargoes coming in again. We don't have any... Well, we didn't have any trades with them, admittedly. And it looks like we need more porcelain. For one reason or another. Okay, Mexico embargoing us. Oh, and here they come. All the embargoes. Luckily, we've got a fairly strong economy on our own. Spain declared rivalry, alright. Austria embargo. Oh, that's going to be bad. We've got quite a bit of losses that's going to have an impact on. Oh, did we manage to get the Great Hunger? Oh, that's in your nation by 3 points. Well, that's not going to happen. I mean, I thought it would be just in the state where that problem is. Great Famine. I mean, standard of living is now 10, so it has started improving there. There's a little bit of room for improvement, of course, but it's better than nothing. Now, to be fair, we could probably, to fix the... Oh, they're back down. Good. Kind of what I was hoping for. So we'll be expanding a lot without firing a shot, as it were. Let's just fix these, and I'll be back in a bit once again. There we go. It's been quite a few of these pauses to do all of that in this episode, so do apologize for that. Although, admittedly for you, it's just a quick time skip. But for me, it does break the flow of the game a little bit. Right, but we got all of that done. We could do another war against someone else. I mean, who do we have truces with right now? Jing, Siam, Banjar, and Bali. So Siak is still, well... Algeria is probably something that I might want to take because they, well, they don't have a lot of pops in the They got a rubber, but they don't have oil in here, do they? And I think it was... I thought there would be oil here somewhere, right? There's a chance that there might be oil. There's a lot of coal and rubber. There's oil rigs down here in southern Sumatra. Alright, well that's probably something we'll need to take at some point. I could always try to take stuff like Barang as well. You got defensive pact with Burma. What about you? Do you have a defensive pact with... No, you don't have a defensive pact. So if we take Laos... Oh. Right, there's potential siding from Jing and East India Company. Admittedly, our troops should be pretty darn good against the Jing armies in here. We might even be able to take a bit more land from them. We'll take Luang Prabang first. See how that goes. I mean, Burma is probably going to be part of that. But someone on the defensive line there. I mean, there's a chance that they'll just surrender because they are still fearful. They can call in only one nation. Depends who that is. Determines if there's going to be an actual war or not. I'm going to have to increase the taxes a little bit though. To make sure that we're making money again. Although that does have a bit of an impact on the standard of living probably. But it should still be okay. I mean, we've got... Oh wow, 25 million loyalists. That's been a pretty good amount of loyalists for sure. Expand the applications of the telephone completed. Do you hear that too? The invention of the telephone has opened the door to great improvements in our communications, or in our electricity industry. More radio. Ooh, yeah, I want to get the radio faster. That's a smart idea. But we weren't researching the radio quite yet, but we will probably soon enough. How much would that? It's 9 months of research without the automatic spread. Probably not the worst, but... Let's see, so they got 30 battalions in there. You're right, so Burma has brought in some troops there. Do we have armies in here? Ooh, well, not a lot. You know what? Well, we got the 25 battalions in here. Let's give them a bit of a test. Of course, it's not guaranteed that there's a war in there, but like if we bring in some troops, I'm kind of hoping that they actually bring Jing into the war, and then I can take another state or two from them. Like at least Jing. Oh, there we go. So it begins. They won't be able to invite anyone else in, although there's a chance that there's going to be a war declared by someone else again, like Prussia or something. Oh, we lost an admiral at some point. We'll take the brave one over here. And I'm actually going to give that a promotion already. And then you will be... Actually, well, yeah, you can escort convoys going there. Then we got the 25 one. You're escorting convoys into China. That's probably fine. And I suppose you could do some raiding over here. So we're going to have a southern front over here as well, come to think of it. So we'll have the Chinese army defending over here, or the Manchurian army rather, I suppose I should say. Did we have any of these as offensive planner? You're expert offensive planner, so I'm going to put you on the offensive there. Hopefully we can punch through. And then we'll put in... You're a trench rat, offensive planner. Okay, so you're pretty good at offensive and defense. Oh wow, that's amazing, General. Alright, I'm going to keep you active for now. Or rather, not active. We've got a defensive strategy over here. Suppose I could put this one on the defensive there. And then you could do a bit of advancing. You're our expert offensive planner anyway, so that's probably a good idea. One thing that I should probably make sure, this might bite us in the ass a little bit. Oh, right, those reconnaissance things I'm going to have to do a bit more manually. Just double checking, so the areas that over here, for example, I know that we've got another barracks, so let's just double check. Put the bicycle messenger over there. So that might cause a little bit of lack of strength on one of the battalions there. Shouldn't be too bad in the long run, though. Or grand scheme of things. Oh man, the radical numbers are dropping very quickly there. Well, that's good news for us. Oh, armed forces is now powerful. I wonder if we were to... Would it be possible, if we reform the government, we could still have 70 legitimacy, which is actually going to drop us to the bracket below. But having the armed forces in the government might not be a bad idea. It would definitely be sort of apt for the time period for Japan. But we're not going to do that quite yet. Maybe after the war. We'll have 80 battalions over here versus there, almost 300. But our defensiveness is now massive. And our attacking values are pretty good as well. So I think we'll be fine over there. And the southern front... Oh, gold depleted in Nevada. Windwells. Oh, East Borneo. There's blood. Oh, there will be some blood in there. Right, so we've got 40 of these oil rigs. I'm hoping that there's a lot of immigration coming in. Not really, because they still got the... Oh, rush over, so that's minus 25% migration attraction and Great Famine, plus 50% mortality and all that. Okay, so that's a bit of a problem, I suppose. And they're back down. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I suppose I didn't put any other war goals yet either, so that's fine. We don't lose too much in that regard. Just going to double check the industries in here. Unfortunately, we can't put any more opium plantations in here, but I suppose we'll just have to live with that. Did get a decent bit of extra pops though, overall. And the barracks is... okay, those are still up to date. How much extra automobiles do we have? Also, who all did embargo me again? Austria, East India Company. Right, well, let's go ahead and embargo Austria, Prussia, and Jing. Wait, no, we had embargo against them already. Maybe the Great Jing embargo can be ended, actually. Free States of America is gonna get an embargo. East India Company is gonna get an embargo on them. And maybe it's Italians as well, so there we go. There goes most of our influence, admittedly, but hey, at least that's showing them who's who. We got a bit of extra land there. Chiang Mai would be another option to expand into. Probably would get that without a war. Admittedly, our troops are in fairly good shape overall. So that is good to keep in mind. Let's just go ahead. Oh, right, that's still discrepancy in some of the troops there. Because we haven't set up the automobiles to be used in all the battalions yet. But I suppose motor reconnaissance... oh yeah, the automobile price shouldn't be too bad right now. So I'm just going to start switching some of these to that. And I'm going to give them a bit of a time to recuperate. Although I suppose if we're using the troops from the south while we do most of this expansion, it's not going to be too bad. Oh, call deleted somewhere. But I also realize that we are actually out of time with this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if we haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.